That morning was truly peaceful. In the small house, the little monkey named Lily was lounging on the yellow beanbag chair, her eyes glued to the TV screen. Her dad, dressed in a simple gray outfit, walked over gently, his warm hand stroking his little daughter's head. He spoke to Lily with affectionate words, and she responded with a look of complete trust. A little later, he stood up, walked to a cabinet, and took down his helmet. It was time for him to go out. Lily understood immediately. As her dad's silhouette appeared at the doorway, a small figure trotted right after him. Lily stood behind her dad, her round eyes looking up, filled with a sky of hope. "Dad, can I come with you?" Seeing his daughter's eager face, her dad couldn't bear to refuse. "Of course, my little princess. Go inside and get your helmet." But at that exact moment, the phone in her dad's pocket rang.
Hello?
While still on the phone, her dad unconsciously wheeled the motorbike out into the yard, his mind completely absorbed in the conversation.
Dad.
After a bit of fumbling, Lily finally managed to get the helmet on securely. Filled with excitement, she ran out into the yard, ready for a fun trip. But the yard was empty. The motorbike was gone. Dad was no longer there. The smile on Lily's face vanished. She stood frozen, looking around in confusion. Where was Dad? Where had he gone without her? Elsewhere, after finishing his call, her dad was startled by the unusual silence. "Oh no, I forgot Lily," he cried out in his mind.
Lily ở nhà lúc nào trời? Thôi hay đi mua đồ cho Lily ăn sao ha?
Meanwhile, back at home, Lily's little heart had sunk into disappointment. She shuffled to the gate, her sad eyes staring out at the empty road, and leaned her head against the bars, waiting in vain. Finally, when she knew for sure that her dad wasn't coming back, Lily trudged back into the house. She climbed onto a table and gently took off her helmet, setting it down as if laying to rest a broken promise. She then went into the bedroom, found a quiet corner, and curled up, sadness enveloping her small frame. At the same time, her dad, though feeling terribly guilty, had to continue to the market because his errand was urgent. After a while, feeling too suffocated inside the house, Lily went out to the garden and sat alone under a tree, her gaze distant. When her dad returned, he rushed into the house and went straight to the bedroom to search for her. "Lily, where are you?" He called out, his voice filled with worry.
Lily!
Not seeing his daughter, he hurried out to the garden, continuing to call her name. Hearing her dad, Lily, who was now sitting on the fence, was startled. A feeling of being hurt rose up inside her. She slid down and hid behind a bush. Lily didn't want to face the dad who had forgotten her.
Lily. Trời, đâu rồi? Chắc là giận mình thì sao nhỉ? Lily ơi.
From within the bushes, she watched him silently. She saw how agitated her dad was, running back and forth, even checking inside the storage shed. Seeing the worry and regret so clearly on his face, the resentment in Lily's heart began to melt away. After a few minutes of desperate searching, her dad finally spotted his daughter hiding behind the bush. He said nothing, but rushed over and swept Lily into his arms. He held her tightly, kissing her forehead and cheeks, his hand continuously patting her little back. Those actions were a substitute for 1,000 apologies, begging her to forgive his mistake. Feeling her dad's love and remorse, Lily nuzzled her head against his chest. She had forgiven him. The two of them walked back into the house together, the heavy atmosphere completely gone. To make it up to my little princess, he said in a playful tone, I have a surprise for you. He placed Lily neatly on a chair, and then, like a magician, he pulled a tiny, shiny black object from his pocket. It was a pair of miniature sunglasses. Lily curiously watched her dad carefully put the glasses on for her. The world around her became a little darker, but infinitely cooler. But the surprise wasn't over. Her dad then brought out a brand new bright yellow helmet, replacing the blue one from the broken promise. The new helmet fit perfectly. Now, with her black sunglasses and yellow helmet, Lily looked like a real cool biker.
Chào. Chào mọi người nhé. Chào, xin chào. Xin chào. Đi ha, đi.
All right, Racer Lily, let's hit the road.
Đi đi.
This time, the promise was kept. The dad and daughter, in their cool outfits, got on the motorbike together. The engine roared to life, starting a real journey. Lily sat in front, held securely within her dad's safe embrace. The wind gently rustled her soft fur. She delightedly watched the countryside scenery stream by, lush green rice fields, rows of trees that ran backward, and the white clouds drifting lazily across the sky. The motorbike stopped in front of a small roadside cafe with colorful plastic chairs. Her dad gently lifted Lily down, carefully took off her helmet and glasses, and chose a table with the best view.
Đi gọi uống gì kêu nha. Cô ơi, cho con menu cô.
He ordered a platter of mixed fruit and a glass of warm milk. Lily sat on the chair, her little legs dangling, curiously taking in everything.
Xin chào tí ha. Đấy, chào tí bà mang ra ha.
Before long, a plate of fresh, colorful fruit was brought out. Her dad carefully used a fork to spear a piece of apple and fed it to Lily. The apple was crisp and sweet. She happily accepted, her cute little mouth munching with delight, her eyes crinkling with joy.
Là xong sữa nhá. Được chưa?
Just like that, he patiently fed her piece by piece, chatting with her as he did. After the fruit,
Đi ra đi chơi. Thấy không? Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Ngon ha. Sao? Đây này, cầm miếng đây này, anh đang cầm miếng đây này. Đi ngồi yên chờ tí nào. Có bỏ đi, sao? Sao? Nóng đấy. Nóng đấy. Đây này. Cô. Này, nóng rồi, chưa này.
he gently stirred her milk, carefully tasting it himself to make sure it was cool enough before giving it to her to drink.
Nóng ấy. Nè. Rồi, chờ bạn đi ha. Được không?
Lily held the glass and took a long drink, leaving an adorable little white mustache on her lip.
Ngon quá ha. Đã quá ha. Đã quá ha. Được không? Hôm nay Ly khỏe mọi người ạ. Bây giờ đi uống xong mình cho Ly đi chơi nhá. Chào đi chơi ha. Đi dạo nhá. Được không? Đã quá ha. Cầm lên này. Sâu, đúng rồi.
The two of them enjoyed their light meal together, watching the people pass by in a perfectly joyful and peaceful atmosphere.
Hết luôn. Cố lên nào, hết luôn. Rồi, hết rồi. Chà. Chà.
After Lily was full, her dad even took a napkin, meticulously wiped the trace of milk from her lip, and carefully cleaned each of her little fingers.
Ăn thấy táo không? Không ăn nữa hả? Không ăn bỏ đây. Không ăn. Thôi ha. Rồi, đi nè. Chơi nhá. Rồi xong rồi ha. Xong rồi mình đi chơi nhá. Tính tiền vào tính tiền đi chơi nhá. Nhá. Ha. Rồi, đi các bạn. Vào đây. Nè, chơi ha. Tiền nhé. Cảm ơn cô.
After paying, they didn't hurry home. Instead, her dad found a clear spot on the railing of a small bridge and sat down, holding Lily. They sat together in silence, watching the gentle river flow. The soft afternoon sun cast a sparkling golden layer on the water's surface. Her dad pointed out the lush green water hyacinths drifting with the current and the occasional small fish that would leap from the water. Lily was completely relaxed. She leaned her head against her dad's chest, listening to the soothing sound of the lapping water and feeling the steady beat of his heart. All the morning's sadness had been washed away by the river, leaving only warm love and perfect peace between them. The outing came to an end, and the exciting adventures had left the little monkey exhausted. Lily fell asleep almost immediately on her soft bed. Not wanting to disturb his daughter's sleep, her dad quietly went out to the garden behind the house, where the apple tree was heavy with fruit, and began to pick a basket of fresh, delicious apples. The morning sun streamed through the window, waking Lily. She stretched out long, feeling her body full of energy. She didn't see her dad, but this time Lily wasn't worried. She knew he was just nearby. With incredible independence, Lily started her new day on her own. She dutifully went to the bathroom and skillfully climbed onto the tall sink. She grabbed her tiny toothbrush, put toothpaste on it herself, and began to brush her teeth like a pro. After rinsing her mouth, she even drank cool water straight from the tap to start her day fresh. Just then, her dad returned with a basket of plump, bright red apples.
Chào Ly nhá, mới dậy hả?
Seeing that his daughter had already gotten herself clean, he couldn't hide his pride. "Good morning, my diligent little girl," he said, stroking Lily's head. To reward her for being so responsible, he decided to make a special snack.
Rồi, đi đây. Đi đây. Rồi, đúng rồi. Anh ngoan nè, anh ngoan nè. Anh ngoan nè. À, đi ngoan đúng không? Đi vào đây nhé. Ly chào. Chào. Đi đâu đến đấy? Đây ở đây ha. Trên này là ba để khách không được trèo lên nhé. Thấy chưa? Chào nhé.
He took an apple, skillfully peeled away the thin skin, and cut it into small, bite-sized pieces.
Sao? Này, nguyên vỏ luôn nhỉ? Chờ tí nha. Bỏ đây nhé. Đây Ly này.
Lily was very excited. Her dad demonstrated first, putting a few pieces of apple into a glass. Lily understood immediately. Her tiny hands carefully picked up the pearly white apple slices and slowly dropped them into the glass.
Ngon không? Thôi không được thế đâu, không được như thế đâu. Đúng rồi. Bây giờ ba tìm cho Ly trái nho nhé.
After the layer of apples came the grapes.
Đấy.
She meticulously plucked each grape from its stem and put it in, creating a beautiful layer of green.
2 cái luôn nha. Đi giỏi quá nhỉ. Để ba thưởng thêm cho Ly quả này nhé. Dâu này. Nè. Xích đây à, xích đây này. Ba nhìn thấy gì đấy. Xích ra bên này. Đây. Đấy, tự làm của mình đi. Đúng rồi. Hao vào ăn nhé. Ngon hả? Đây. Đúng rồi. Rồi. Thêm vào đây nhé. Đây nhé. À. Rồi bình tĩnh nhé. Đây.
Finally came the sweet longan pulp.
Thêm quả nữa nha. Đây. Đây con. Được không? Ta quả nó đều nha. Đây quả đây ha. Thăng quả đây.
Which was a little slippery and took her some effort to place.
Được sao? Được sao? Hết chua rồi. Bây giờ đi mua sữa chua cho ba nhé. Nha.
Okay.
Đi mua sữa chua nhé.
Seeing her dad preparing food, Lily wanted to contribute more.
Đúng rồi, đúng đi không?
She trotted off to get a bag, then quickly ran to buy a cup of yogurt. While Lily was busy with her mission, her dad carefully cut a few slices of bright red watermelon for decoration.
Đây nè, đây cho ba này, giỏi lắm. Đưa cái túi ra, đưa cái túi ra, đưa cái túi ra. Đúng rồi. Để bà xếp lại thêm tí nữa nha. Đây rồi bông nha.
The glass had now transformed into a work of art, a lavish fruit medley with brilliant layers of color, the result of their teamwork.
Chờ đợi một tí nữa mới ngon nha Linh nhá. Thấy chưa? Mình thấy dư quá rồi nhỉ. Ha. Thử bỏ đấy không? Thử bỏ đấy không? Đây. Thêm nhé. Đi ngồi đứng nào. Chụp lại một hả? Nè. Đặt nó xuống đi. Ra bàn đi. Đi. Đây này, lấy cái thìa con. Đúng rồi, lấy cái thìa đi. Đó. Rồi, rồi, một cái hả? Một quá hả?
The dad and daughter sat down together to enjoy their delicious snack. The sweetness of the fruit blended with the creaminess of the yogurt to create a wonderful flavor.
Vậy dạy cho đi nhá. Rồi ăn đi. Ăn hỗn hả? Ăn hỗn hả? Ăn hư hả? Đây. Đúng rồi, phải ăn như vậy nhá, đúng rồi đấy. Rồi, vừa nói xong câu trước câu sau rồi. Câu trước câu sau rồi, Ly quên rồi. Sai đi, sai rồi, sai lại. Đúng rồi đấy. Xem đi ăn hỗn cỡ nào.
After they finished, her dad took a warm cloth and wiped Lily down, making her clean and fresh. Now, we need to get ready for dinner, he said. Today, my daughter will be the one to go to the market for me.
Muốn cho Lily ra ngoài đi mua đồ để cô ấy đi chơi luôn. Đi dạo chơi ngoài cho thoải mái nhé Lily nhá. Thấy chưa? Nè, đi ra lấy mũ đi. Nè, lấy mũ đi kìa. Lấy túi lấy mũ đi. Đúng rồi, mang cái đây.
He got Lily a cute hat, a small crossbody bag, and a little wagon.
Đeo vào đi con, đeo vào. Đấy. Thứ đó, đây này. Rồi đeo túi vào đi. Ừ. Đúng không? Con cho tiền này.
Most importantly, he placed some money in her hand, entrusting his daughter with a mission of great confidence.
Bây giờ Ly đi ra chợ này, đi mua này, mua đồ ăn này, đi mua đồ ăn cho dê đấy nhá, được không? Đây đi, bỏ đây nhá, con ngồi này, này, bỏ cho Ly nhá. Rồi cẩn thận mất đi chưa? Này,
Lily was incredibly excited. She put on her hat and bag and bravely pulled her little wagon out of the house. Her destination was the bustling country market, not far from home. The familiar village path now became a stage for her to show off her independence. Meanwhile, at home, her dad didn't rest. He took the opportunity to do their laundry, the small house filled with an air of diligent work. At the market, after some careful selection, Lily filled her wagon with all sorts of fresh vegetables and pulled it home triumphantly. Her dad came out to the yard to welcome his little shopper home. Seeing the wagon filled to the brim with fresh vegetables, the result of his daughter's labor, he couldn't hide his pride and emotion. He sat down, opened his arms wide, and praised her endlessly. "My daughter is so clever. Thank you so much." They joyfully brought the spoils into the kitchen to prepare a special dinner. Her dad began to prep the ingredients Lily had worked so hard to buy. He gave Lily some very important jobs. He took a green bean and showed Lily how to snap it, making a fun snap sound. Lily immediately copied him. At first, her small fingers were a bit clumsy, but after a moment, she figured out the trick and did it skillfully. The little kitchen was filled with the rhythmic snap, snap of the beans, full of laughter and a sense of perfect teamwork.
Tiếp vào nữa nhé. Cái này mình chia cho dây một nửa nhé, rồi ba làm cho Ly một nửa ha. Bẻ các, bẻ, cái này bẻ ra không? Đúng rồi. Ngon không? Đúng rồi. Giỏi quá. Đây rồi. Này nó kiểu bán nhỉ chị nhỉ? Để cái. Rồi đó đây. Đây. Đây rồi. Đây là cái cà rốt nhé. Rồi con bỏ kia đi. Đây nữa. Đây rồi. Bỏ đi con. Đây. Đó. Đúng rồi, đây cái này. Xuống dưới đi con. Rồi, đây nữa.
When all the ingredients were ready and her dad began to cook,
Đây, bây giờ ta làm cho Ly táo ăn nhé, được không? Ha. Làm tí táo nhé, xong rồi ba luộc cái kia nhé. Đấy. Cẩn thận nhé. Táo ngon đấy ha. Ok đi cả. Đúng rồi đấy. Rồi, đây nữa không? Có lên nữa không? Ừ? Thêm nữa không? Ngon không? À, ngon hả? Đây. Đây. Bỏ đi con. Ừ. Đây, cẩn thận rơi hết nha. Rồi, cái đây cho ly này. Ừ, đi. Đi ngoan đó, cả cái ly nhé. Có xuống ghế đi con. Ừ. Ngoan đâu? Ừ. Đúng rồi, ly ngoan nhỉ? Ừ, bắt tay ly cái này. Đấy. Đây, cái ly này.
While she waited, Lily sat properly in her chair, using her small fork to spear and enjoy the crisp, sweet apple slices.
Đi vào ăn cái gì nhé.
Before long, the first dish was ready. A delicious aroma filled the air.
À, vẫn còn đói bụng hả? Trời ơi. Đây, cho ly
Her
này.
dad brought out a plate of steaming, bright green boiled green beans. This was the greatest prize from her
thế
trip
nhỉ?
to the market.
Ừ. Cứ bỏ cái này để làm cho nó dễ nhé. Nhé. Ừ, ngon quá hả? Không được, ngon quá hả? Đây này. À, đi thành cà rốt à? Ừ. Ô, cà rốt ngon gì hả? Ừ. Đúng rồi đấy. Đậu cũng ngon mà Linh nhỉ?
The video ends with an incredibly heartwarming image. Lily sitting in her chair, eating sweet apple slices while enjoying the green beans she had helped bring home.
Ừ. Rớt kìa. Đây rồi, đây rồi.
Dinner that night was perhaps the most delicious meal ever, because it was not only cooked with her dad's boundless love, but was also created from her own effort and proud contribution.
Đây, đây nữa. Rồi, con bỏ xuống đi. Rồi. Ăn xong chưa? Từ từ đã, ăn xong đi đã, ăn xong rồi đánh răng nhé. Ừ, ăn xong đi để ba dọn này đi răng đi ngủ nhé. Thôi đi nào đi. Đi coi. Đúng rồi, xuống đấy đánh răng đi. Đi coi. Đi răng đi ngủ nhé, chưa? Đi đi. Đi coi. chén này tí đừng ngủ nhá. Đây. Thích cái nào? Sao? Đây này. Con lạc đà này, thấy không? Con lạc đà này. Cuốn thứ 8. Lạc đà đấy, đúng rồi. Khiên hay thậm chí hủy diệt một sự sống, nhưng chỉ có năng lượng vô hình của tình yêu mới có thể mở trái tim con người. Và trước khi tôi làm chủ được công nghệ, tôi vẫn chẳng hơn gì một kẻ bán hàng trong chốn chợ đời. Trong những cuộn giấy xa này, tôi tuyệt đối sẽ không xem nhẹ chúng, dù chúng ngắn gọn hoặc đơn giản đến đâu đi chăng nữa.
A sudden August downpour shattered the quiet of the small house, where Lily was engrossed in the world of cartoons.
Barbecue.
The first rumble of thunder didn't startle her. Oh! But a flash of lightning outside the window sparked an image in her mind. The line of sun-scented clothes her dad had washed that morning. Oh no, she cried out softly. Without a second's hesitation, she rushed to find her umbrella, one as bright yellow as the sunshine she adored. Her small feet scurried out into the garden as the rain began to fall harder, splashing coolly against her face. Just as she arrived and reached out to pull down the first shirts, Lily was stopped by a faint, lost cry nearby. Amidst the white sheet of rain, a tiny, trembling yellow dot looked hopeless. A lost duckling! Her heart tightened. Forgetting all about the soaking laundry, Lily's eyes could only see the tiny, fragile creature. She hurried over, tilting her umbrella to shield the duckling. Under the yellow canopy, she sat down, using her own small body to give her new friend more shelter, hoping her warmth could chase away the rain's chill. The two of them, one big and one small, warmed each other in the bleak, rainy scene. When the rain subsided, Lily gently carried the duckling into the house. She placed it in a basket lined with a soft cloth and carefully dried its silky, downy feathers with a towel. Sheltered and warm, the duckling nuzzled its small head against Lily's hand and let out a soft, clear chirp that sounded like, "Mom, Mom!" That clear cry felt like a warm stream flowing deep into Lily's soul. She was stunned for a moment, then giggled. A strange, sweet, and sacred feeling welled up inside her. She knew that, from this moment on, she had a small, lovely responsibility to protect. Suddenly remembering her unfinished task, Lily rushed back outside to gather the clothes. With no place to hang them inside, the clever girl draped the clothes over her set of wooden chairs. Then pulled her electric fan close, turning it to the highest setting to dry them. When her dad came home, he was surprised by his daughter's invention. Lily excitedly showed off the new family member and recounted the story of rescuing the little duckling. Her dad didn't just praise his daughter's responsibility. He was immensely proud of her kind heart. He pulled Lily into his arms for a tight, warm hug. Outside, the rain continued to fall. But inside the small house, a gentle fairy tale had been written with love, innocence, and compassion. The duckling had found a family, and Lily had learned her first lesson of unconditional love, a feeling even warmer than the sun itself. Under the golden, honey-like morning sun, the small garden was alive with the sounds of life. For Lily, the sweetest sound was the joyful bee-bee from the herd of goats whenever they saw her familiar figure in a conical hat. Especially Bebe, the little goat with dark, expressive eyes that Lily loved the most.
Ly giỏi quá nha. Cảm ơn Ly nha. Cái bó này nữa nha Ly nha. Đây con. Nè. Đây. Cầm cho ba nha. Thấy chưa? Đi con. Cầm cho dê nhé.
Eat well, baby, she whispered, handing a clump of fresh green grass through the wooden fence. Bebe gently nuzzled Lily's small palm, its damp nose creating a cute ticklish sensation. To Lily, Bebe was not just a goat, but a little friend with whom she could share secrets and shower with all her tender care. While Lily was busy with her little friend, in the distance, her dad's figure was still diligently working. His shirt was soaked with sweat, beads of it dotting his sun-darkened forehead, a testament to his love for his family.
Nốt bó này nhá. Thứ ba nốt cái này nhá. Đi vào đi con. Đi nào.
Looking at her dad, A gentle idea popped into her head. Lily ran into the house, her feet moving swiftly. The small kitchen suddenly came to life with the presence of the tiny chef. Lily stood on her tiptoes to reach for the plump oranges in the refrigerator. With small but skillful hands, she carefully placed them on the juicer. She used all her strength, pressing down firmly, letting streams of fragrant, gleaming golden orange juice flow into the glass. Each drop of juice seemed to sparkle with the pure love she wanted to give her dad. After finishing, Lily carefully poured the orange juice from the glass into a bottle. The cool bottle of orange juice was ceremoniously delivered to her dad. Dad, I brought you some water. Her dad looked surprised, then smiled gently.
Làm gì đây? Nước cho ba hả? Hả? Ly mang này cho ba hả? À, này sao đây? Mở ra uống à? Uống được không?
He took the bottle from his daughter's hand and took a large gulp.
Uống được không vậy Lý? Ừ? Uống được không vậy? Được hả? Nước gì lại Lý?
The sweet, refreshing taste of the juice seemed to wash away all his fatigue. But sweeter than the juice was the thoughtful heart of his little girl.
Con muỗi nó cắn này. Nước được đấy. À, có thử miếng hả? Đây. À, nước ngon mà nhỉ? Đấy, thấy không? Ngon quá nhỉ? Ly giỏi lắm. Trời, bẩn hết rồi kìa.
Lily thoughtfully took a tissue from her bag and gave it to her dad to wipe his sweat.
Ủa, cho ba giấy hả? Cho ba giấy nữa hả?
In that moment, time seemed to stand still. Her dad said nothing, only quietly stroking his daughter's head, his eyes filled with boundless pride and love.
À, để bà lau cho Ly một cái nữa nha. Bật hết áo này ha. Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Còn một tờ này mình cất đi nhé. Lúc nào dơ dơ lấy ra lau ha. Đây, và cất cho Ly nhé. Đây. Rồi, cảm ơn con nhé. Cái này bà uống tí nữa ha. Ha. Bà uống tí nữa nhé. Rồi, đi vô thôi con. Đi. Vô trong nhà đi.
After making sure her dad was re-energized, Lily happily ran back to Bebe. She brought a large armful of grass, feeding her little friend, while whispering the story of her magical orange juice. Bebe seemed to understand, nuzzling its head against her hand as if in thanks. The love Lily had for her little goat Bibi, the filial love she had for her great dad, and the infinite love the dad had for his precious daughter all blended together, creating the warmest and sweetest country melody. Under the warm afternoon sun, the small garden of the dad and daughter bustled with the sounds of their work. Dad was diligently tending to the new flower beds, his shirt soaked with sweat, but a gentle smile remained on his face. From the goat pen, little Lily came scampering out, her voice as clear as a bell. "Daddy, what are you doing?" Seeing his precious daughter, her dad replied softly, "I'm planting more flowers to make our garden even more beautiful, sweetie." His eyes shone with pride. "Would Lily like to help?" Lily cheered with delight. She was given the important task of going to the next garden patch to pick more of the brightest flowers. With her tiny hands, Lily carefully chose each bloom, cradling them as if they were precious gems. Soon, she returned with an armful of colorful flowers.
Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đưa cho ba nào. Ôi trời nhiều vậy.
Her
Nhiều thế.
face beaming with joy.
Nè, ba chồng đây
Looking
nhá.
at his
À,
daughter,
con ăn được cái này
her
không?
dad's heart grew warm. Together, they tilled the soil and placed each small flower into the ground.
Đó, đi qua đây ngồi đi. Qua đây ba chỉ ba làm nhá. Nè, nhìn ba trồng hoa này ha. Này ba lấy hoa đây nhá. Bỏ đây này. Đó, đúng rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Lấy hoa cho ba đi. Ly lấy hoa đi. Đây. Đây này. Đó, bỏ đây, bỏ đây, bỏ đây. Đây. À, đúng rồi, giỏi. Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đó, ba lấy nữa đi, lấy nữa đi, lấy hoa đi. Bỏ đây này. Đó, Ly giỏi quá, giúp ba giỏi ha. Rồi, lấy thêm đi con, lấy thêm đi, lấy thêm hoa đi. Lấy hoa bên đây này. Đó, lấy một cành hoa lớn nhá. Bỏ đây. Đúng rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Rồi, lấy nữa đi, lấy hoa đi. Lấy bên ngoài kia kìa. Bỏ đây con, hoa bỏ đây. Đây này. Giỏi. À, Ly, con đi lấy cho ba ít nước nhá. Đây kia lấy cái xô lấy cho ba ít nước đi con. Đúng rồi, đi ra ngoài kia kìa.
Lily enthusiastically carried a bucket of water. Though it was heavy, she still managed to water each plant.
Ui ui. À, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Ui trời ơi. À, lấy nữa đi, lấy nữa đi. Ui ui. À, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Đi lấy nữa đi con. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Rồi, nhiều nước quá Ly này, thấy không? Đó. Mai mốt hoa đẹp là nhờ có Ly nhá, Ly nhá, thấy chưa? Bây giờ Ly lấy thêm cho ba thêm một số nữa nhé. Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Để lấy cho ba nhé. Bây giờ lấy cho ba thêm một số nữa nhé. Rồi kìa. Rồi. Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Ui trời ơi, ướt quần áo rồi này. Thấy không? Để ba đổ tưới xong rồi ba thay đồ cho Ly nhé. Rồi. Xong rồi. Vâng quá đẹp chưa? Vâng mình kìa. Vâng mình đẹp chưa? Mốt hoa đẹp nhá. Thấy không? Cầm cho bà đi. Cầm qua bà đi. Cầm đấy. Đi thôi. Đi nào. Đi nào. Đây Ly. Qua đây ba hãy đưa cho Ly nhé. Qua đây hãy đưa cho Ly này. Đây Ly ạ. Nè. Không. Nè.
When the work was done,
Bà
her
này xanh
dad
đi nhé.
led Lily to the melon patch, where a
Bà này xanh nhé.
large,
Thấy không?
ripe watermelon was waiting.
Đứng chào lên nhé.
This is a reward for my hard-working little gardener, he said, stroking
Qua đây
Lily's
Ly,
head.
bên này. Kìa, thấy không? Đó. Đó được đó. Rồi, lấy qua đó đi. Lấy qua đó đi. Đây này. Được đấy. Nè. Này, cầm lấy, cầm lấy. Cầm lấy ba cái nào. À, bỏ đây hả? Đúng nhỉ. To quá, không vừa. Nè. Con cầm xô đi, cầm này đi. Cầm này đi. Đi nào đi. Đưa rồi đi. Đi nào. Đi nào. Rồi, được cho ba. Con ngồi đây chờ tí nhé. Chờ ba đi nha. Nó lại ngồi đi, chờ ba tí.
Inside, while her dad was busy cutting the watermelon, Lily sat
Lily,
obediently
yeah.
watching cartoons.
Đi nhà ngoan nhé. Bạn phải trên bàn kìa. Tí nào xong rồi đấy ăn nhé. Tí nào xong rồi đấy ăn nhé. Được chưa? Ừ. Lily ở nhà ngoan nhé.
Her dad went back to the garden to finish his work, leaving Lily by herself. Oh. But when the cool plate of melon was placed on the table, she didn't feel like eating it. Oh. A mischievous thought suddenly sparked in her mind. Lily ran to the refrigerator and swung the door open. The cold bottles of milk were calling to her. Without hesitation, she took them all out and drank them deliciously. After drinking, seeing the empty bottles lying scattered on the floor, Lily was suddenly struck with fear. What do I do? Dad will find out, she thought. In a moment of panic, she quickly gathered all the empty bottles and stuffed them back into the refrigerator, arranging them neatly, hoping her dad wouldn't notice.
Ui, đi giỏi quá nha. Ở nhà ngoan này con. Sao ướt người mày? Sao người ướt vậy? Dính dính này này.
When her dad returned, tired and thirsty, he walked straight to the refrigerator. Lily's heart pounded. She rushed over, stretching out her arms to try and block him. Daddy, don't open it! But it was too late. The refrigerator door opened, and Lily's secret was exposed. Seeing the empty bottles, her dad's face showed a flicker of surprise before turning stern.
Bây giờ Lily bỏ thùng cái này vào thùng rác hay chưa? Bây giờ nhiệm vụ của Lily là bỏ thùng rác nhé.
But he didn't scold Lily for drinking all the milk.
Không sao đâu bà Thương.
He simply said gently, his voice tinged with a little sadness, Lily, why didn't you put the bottles in the trash can? We need to keep our house clean.
Được không? Bây giờ nhiệm vụ của Lily là bỏ thùng rác nhé.
Hearing her dad's words, Lily knew she was wrong. She mumbled an apology, her eyes welling up with tears. Without needing to be told again, she quickly cleaned up her battlefield, carrying each empty bottle to the trash can.
Đây nữa. Rồi, bỏ thùng rác đi con. Đây, bà Thương nè. Đây.
Seeing his daughter's remorse and her haste to fix her mistake, her dad's anger melted away, leaving only boundless love for his little girl.
Đi ra mua thêm cho Ly nhé. Này mặt bẩn hết rồi, thấy không? Bây giờ đi qua đi rửa mặt cho Ly nhé. Đi, này.
The first rays of dawn had just broken, playfully creeping through the cracks in the door and dancing on the sleeping face of the little monkey, Lily. Waking up, Lily rubbed her eyes and looked over at her dear dad, who was still deep in slumber. She gently nudged him, shaking his hand to wake him. But it seemed her dad was too tired after a long day. Not discouraged, Lily gently slid off the bed and tiptoed into the living room. Through the glass of the main door, her eyes lit up when she saw her familiar skateboard leaning in a corner of the porch. A bold idea flashed through her mind. How about I go out and explore for a bit? Without hesitation, Lily skillfully opened the door, grabbed her skateboard, and began her own adventure. The skateboard, like a close friend, carried Lily professionally through the winding village roads.
Great job! Wow, you won!
The cool wind blew, making her fur flutter. Stopping for a short rest, Lily suddenly discovered a roadside tree laden with ripe fruit. giving off a sweet fragrance. Her empty stomach began to rumble. Lily quickly climbed the tree, picked the tastiest fruits, and enjoyed them heartily.
Ly ơi! Ly! Ly ơi! Đi đâu?
Meanwhile, back at home, her dad had woken up. Not seeing his little daughter anywhere, he worriedly searched the entire house. Guessing that his mischievous girl had gone out to play, he rushed out to find her.
Ly ơi! Ly! Đi đâu?
Oh.
After filling her hungry belly, Lily climbed down, intending to skate back home before her dad woke up.
Lily!
But an unfortunate incident occurred. As she was preparing, the skateboard slipped from under her feet and fell with a splash into the adjacent rice paddy.
Uh-oh.
Lily was horrified. She tried to reach for it, using all her strength to pull the board up, but it wouldn't budge. Back to Lily. She was almost in despair after struggling with the skateboard for a while. Her eyes welled up with tears.
Oh.
Just at that moment, a familiar figure appeared. It was her dad. Her dad had found her.
Đi đâu? Đi đâu đây? Cái gì đấy Ly? Cái gì đấy? Hả? Cái xe Ly hả?
Seeing his
Làm
daughter
gì
in
hả?
trouble, he said nothing,
Trời ơi, xe
simply
đây
bent
rồi.
down into the paddy and gently lifted the skateboard
Hai
onto
đứa
the
con hả?
bank.
Đến đây ngồi nào, đến đây. Đến đây. Làm rơi xe hả? Bẩn cái xe rồi ha. Bể bể nào. Con đi về nhé, được chưa? Nhé.
Then, he picked up both Lily and the skateboard, and they returned home together in the warm morning sun. Lily's little adventure had ended sweetly and safely in her dad's arms. The pink car quickly became Lily's indispensable companion. She drove it all over the yard, carrying her things and always remembering to wear her cute little helmet. During one of her rides, the car's wheel unfortunately got stuck. But for an independent monkey like Lily, that wasn't a big problem. She calmly went into the house.
Huh? Uh-oh.
Found a screwdriver in the toolbox, and came back, concentrating on fixing the wheel with expertise. After the car was working again, Lily even carefully used a brush to sweep away the leaves that had fallen inside. She took care of her gift with great care and responsibility.
La la la.
Đi đâu Ly? Hả? Đi đâu không? Ly, đi đâu vậy? Đi mua đồ hả? Tao mua bánh cho Ly nè. Mua củ nè, bánh củ này thấy chưa?
Wow.
Đúng rồi, mua cái con thích nè. Con đi về ăn bánh nhá, thấy chưa này? Tao bỏ giờ đây tí nhá. Khỏi đi nhá. Đi về ha. Này, ba cái mua củ nữa này. Thấy chưa? Thôi đi về ha.
The evening was passing peacefully when the ringing of the telephone shattered the silence. On the other end of the line was her dad's boss.
Cậu Quang à? Công việc dạo này sa sút quá đấy.
Lily saw her dad cheerfully answer the phone, but then the smile on his lips slowly faded, replaced by a stunned, tense expression.
Muốn sếp ơi. Sếp thông cảm cho em nhé.
Cậu muốn công ty dẹp tiệm luôn à?
Dạ em cũng không muốn như thế đâu.
The cold words from the phone were like needles piercing the silence of the room. I'm sorry. The company has to make cutbacks.
Quá nhiều cơ hội rồi.
You're fired.
Tôi không muốn hợp tác cùng với cậu nữa.
Dạ.
The call ended. Dad put the phone down helplessly. The news was like a bucket of cold water, suddenly making the usually strong man weak. His shoulders drooped heavily, not just from fatigue, but from the weight of the future. He sank into a chair, buried his face in
Is
his
it my
hands,
fault?
his mind filled with 1,000 unanswered questions. What will I do next? How will I provide for Lily?
Because of me, Dad lost his job. So no more milk, no more fruit.
Lily, who was playing nearby, immediately sensed the change. The solid wall named Dad seemed to be crumbling. She didn't understand words like fired or boss, but she understood the pain in her dad's sigh. For the first time, she saw her dad as truly fragile.
Ly.
Without a moment's hesitation, Lily knew she had to be her dad's hero right
Is it my
then.
fault?
She ran and put on her little chef's coat. It was Lily's way of saying, "Don't worry, Dad. I can work. I can take care of you."
Milk. I don't need fruit anymore. Don't be sad, Dad.
She gently approached him and patted his bowed head with her tiny hands. Seeing her dad still lost in silence, Lily began to show off her back-thumping skills. Each tiny, clumsy punch was filled with a fierce determination, as if wanting to beat away the worries that surrounded her dad.
Ba không sao đi nhé. Đâu nhé. Đi giỏi quá ha. Ba không sao ha. Đi ngoan ha. Đi làm gì đây? Hả? Ba có việc tí nha. Đúng con ha. Đi ra kia nằm đi con. Đi nằm ngoan đấy nha.
Aww. Dad doesn't seem well. I can't leave him alone.
Then Lily ran to get her favorite pink blanket. She struggled a bit with the blanket that was bigger than her, but she finally managed to carefully drape it over her dad. She wanted the warmth of the blanket to protect and shelter him from the cold wind of the news outside.
Gì Ly? Gì đấy? Cầm khăn cho ba hả? Làm sao nhé? Hả? Ly?
She gently arranged the blanket, stroked his head once more, and then softly planted a loud kiss on his cheek. That pure and sincere kiss seemed to awaken her dad from his negative thoughts. Dad slowly raised his head. His eyes still held sadness, but now shone with emotion.
Đi chơi nhé. Đi chơi nhé, bạn mời cái nền dưới em bạn làm nhé. Đi chơi nhé. Đi ra. Đi chơi thôi.
Seeing this, Lily ran to get a carton of milk. In her simple world, a sweet drink could soothe any sorrow. She patiently brought the milk carton over, inserted the straw herself, and handed it to her dad.
Gì Ly? Gì đây? Sao? Sữa cho ba hả? Hả? Ly mới sữa cho ba hả? Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Ba không sao nhé. Ly sữa uống đi ha. Được không?
Looking at his little daughter's actions, Dad suddenly realized that although he had lost his job, he still had the most precious asset, which was Lily. Her unconditional love was the greatest strength. Dad smiled, a real smile. He didn't drink alone, but shared the milk carton with Lily as a silent promise. As long as I have you by my side, I can overcome anything.
Đây. Con uống đi. Đúng rồi. Giỏi lắm. Từ từ thôi ha. Thế là bỏng rác cái đi nhé. Mang con gì rồi? Mang bỏng rác cho con. Xong rồi hả con? Thôi đi ngủ nhé. Được không? Đi ngủ nhé. Ha. Ngoan nhé. Đây con nằm đây. Đúng rồi. Đây chỗ con nhé.
That night, after being cared for by his daughter, Dad hugged Lily tightly and gently placed her in bed. In each other's arms, the dad and daughter found peace, proving that a family's love is always the strongest support against all of life's storms.